Welcome back to the Olive Oil Critic, where we learn about fresh extra virgin olive oils and how to integrate it into everyday life every day. So here we are today, back with another delightful oil that I cannot wait to share with you. It is a Puglian extra virgin olive oil from Vignoli Foods, and this is an intense, robust olive oil. So we'll see what it tastes like in the glass. But Cortina olives are classic to Puglia, and the south of Italy is where the majority, let's see if I can get this bottle open, is found. They have lots of really spicy, bright, bold cultivars, and Oligarola, Coratina are all part of that family. And this is posing to be tricky. I love Puglian olive oil. One of the interesting things with Puglia is that they have been basically devastated by Xylella fastidiosis, which is a bacteria that is running rampant in the olive groves, especially around Lecce, and has been spreading quickly. There's been lots of investigations as to how it started and what kind of put it there. There we go. Um, and what started the issues with Xylella in the region. Um, but one of the interesting things is that the Coratina trees and some of those really robust cultivars and varieties are not resistant. So they are unfortunately dying. But one of the interesting things is that Licino, a much creamier and milder variety that's found in central and northern Italy, Tuscany, La Marche is some of the places where Licino is grown. It's very creamy, mild olive oil. It's resistant to that bacteria. And because of that, they're starting to plant those trees in Puglia. And so it'll be interesting to see over the next few years just how the olive oil coming from that region is going to start to change in its flavor and its character because of these new trees being planted, knowing that they are resistant to this bacteria that is just running rampant and has done for almost 10 years now, which is just tragic. But this, again, it's a robust Puglian. So this is a blend of Coratina and Oligarola, two classic cultivars that are from the south of Italy. It's such a high production region for olive oil. Almost half of Italy's olive oil does come from that southern region. Calabria is also a huge producer of olive oil, but Puglia is known as the place where olives grow within the country. Italy, of course, has the greatest biodiversity of olives compared to any other country in the world. They have over 500 different unique cultivars that are named and known, and some of them have very small footprints. There's only just a few trees or a hillside covered in trees, where these two cultivars that make up this oil are not that way. There's lots and lots of trees, so it's not hard to find Coratina olive oil or Oligarola olive oils here in North America. That said, they're often used as blending oils because they're so intense. So being able to find a straight oil that's like this and robust isn't that common because it is so healthful and often sometimes too robust for just the everyday use or everyday palate. So let's give it a smell and a taste and see how this robust oil is in the glass. Oh, it's so grassy. It smells just like fresh cut grass. It's a very green oil, definitely intense and aromatic. Almond for sure, a bit of artichoke, but definitely some green apple peel. It's almost like a Granny Smith apple peel on the nose as well. Very, very green and grassy. Oh, it's creamy, but quite light on the palate. It's not really rich and viscous, not greasy or slippery either. It's not rancid, it's not oxidized. It's just kind of a light in the palate, but light in texture, not in flavor. Goodness, this oil is so bitter and really robust. Lots and lots of pepper on the back of the palate. It has a very high intensity, like a 4.5, 5 for intensity for pungency. Bitterness about the same. It's a very, very vibrant oil. Lots of radicchio, some mustard greens, arugula, very tannic, almost green tea-like on the sides of your palate. There's lots going on in this oil. That intensity of the aromas definitely translates to the palate, with those notes of almond and apple very present in the center of your tongue. Oh, there's so much going on in this oil. It's very herbaceous on second taste. You're getting all these beautiful herbs and a roundness as well. And then goodness, that pepper just continues to grow. It's nice and vibrant. Um, and definitely a present, robust oil. It lives up to its name, that's for sure. Um, because it's so robust, I would love this in like a chimichurri and spicy sauces. Caponata would be delightful as well, where you've got tomatoes and eggplant and peppers and chilies, lots happening. It would also be really delicious drizzled on pizza. I'm thinking about prosciutto or even some caprese salami, some spicy salami on pizza, some mozzarella cheese, and a drizzle of this on top would be delicious, even with a few roasted red peppers to kind of add some sweetness into the mix. Um, this oil would be delicious with grilled vegetables. I'm thinking about the barbecue and summer. Oh, roasted peppers, roasted zucchini, some roasted corn, adding a little bit of pepper and some chili flakes with this. A squeeze of lime juice would just add so much vibrancy and character to some roasted vegetables. That's for sure. The other thing you could use this for is popping popcorn. It would be delightful with just simple popcorn. Put some oil in the pan, pop that popcorn, and it will just infuse all the way through. That herbaceousness will be present. You can add a little dusting of Parmesan cheese or even some truffle salt on top, and the vibrancy of all the flavors would just really pull together. That would be another really fun use of this oil. Oh, there's so many uses and possibilities because it is so robust and it is so intense. There's lots and lots you can do with it. Thinking about cauliflower soup, there's a cauliflower and garlic soup that I love to make in the winter time, and it would be delicious as a drizzle on top. You could also use it in a potato leek soup just to add even more character to those flavors. Lots and lots of things that you can do with this oil because of its vibrancy and that present herbaceousness and that beautiful pepper on the back of your palate. You don't need to add a lot more chilies or a lot more black pepper to your oils, or to your dish, because there's just so much flavor in this oil. So you're killing many birds with one stone in a sense, because there's just so much flavor that imparts itself into your food based on just how flavorful this oil is. Well, I hope you enjoyed this beautiful Pulian oil from Vignoli Foods, and I hope that you learned how to continue to incorporate extra virgin olive oil into everyday life. Thanks for listening.